You want a tip on how I keep up with the pace of this election cycle? Hang around until the end of this video to learn how to unlimit your information with ground news. The heartbreaking results of this election on Wednesday morning, early Wednesday morning, has been felt all across the country, all across the globe. Not everyone, though, is bummed out about the results. A lot of people are celebrating, including members of the IDF, the actual individuals administering the genocide in Gaza. They are here for it. In fact, I have a video here and a very brief clip from CNN, like 41 seconds or so, of an IDF soldier who, in a celebratory manner, says, "This is on the occasion of Donald Trump's presidency. God bless America. God bless Israel," as he fires his heavy weaponry into civilian areas in Gaza indiscriminately, spraying rounds downrange. There's a statement from the IDF, "Oh, this is not our culture," or what did they say? "The soldiers' actions are severe and do not align with the values and orders of the IDF. The soldier will be disciplined by his commanders." Well, I won't hold my breath for that, IDF. Here's that video. I hope you will share in my disgust.
This is on the occasion of Donald Trump's presidency. God bless America. God bless Israel. Woo!
Celebratory gunfire from an Israeli soldier in Gaza. The video, surfaced on social media, is a clear indicator into the elation that has swept Israel. Polls before the U.S. election showed a majority of Israelis supported Trump. In his first term, he moved America's embassy to Jerusalem, recognized Israel's sovereignty over the occupied Golan Heights, and cut funding to the UN's Palestinian Aid Agency. The IDF told CNN that the soldier's actions are severe, do not align with their values, and that he will be disciplined.
Undisciplined. Disgusting. No value for human life. No appreciation for the damage that could be felt, literally, downrange from his weapon. No target in mind, just firing into civilian areas to celebrate Donald Trump. There's a couple of things here, and I'm going to get to the statement, and I'm going to read some numbers from PBS, but for probably none of the people watching this, I would assume, but those who withheld their vote for Kamala Harris because of the genocide, people who are keen to call Joe Biden Genocide Joe, you helped elect Donald Trump. If you didn't vote, or you voted for Donald Trump or Jill Stein, you voted for this. You enabled this. Woo! Downrange rounds into civilian areas while wooing it up for Donald Trump's election. God bless America. Now to the statement, "The soldiers' actions are severe and do not align with the values and orders of the IDF." The actions and the values on display by this IDF administrator of genocide absolutely seem to map right on to the IDF's values, as evidenced by the numbers of dead women, children, non-combatant civilians in Gaza. I'm going to read from this PBS article just to give you a flavor for how many dead Palestinian children and women and civilian non-combatants there have been. Israel's blistering offensive on the Gaza Strip has killed more than 43,000 Palestinians since October 7th, 2023, when Hamas militants killed roughly 1,200 people in Israel and took some 250 hostages back to Gaza. Health officials inside Hamas-run Gaza do not distinguish between civilians and combatants, but say more than half of the dead in the enclave are women and children. More than 20,000 dead women and children. Not terrorists, not members of Hamas, kids, babies, and their mothers. That is the values of the IDF. Those are the values of Benjamin Netanyahu, a sickening, twisted, demented war criminal who Trump will unleash. If you think it has been bad up to this point, just wait. And the carnage is not just reserved for Palestinians and Gaza. They have attacked a sovereign nation of Lebanon. From the same article, since the conflict between Israel and Hezbollah erupted in October of last year, more than 2,800 people have been killed and 13,000 wounded in Lebanon, the health ministry says. Again, Israel will lie. Israel will say, oh, well, all this is trying to attack and eliminate terrorists. That's why they're bombing hospitals, setting fire to patients because of terrorists, seeking out, hunting down terrorists. I'll say it again, I've said it multiple times here on this very show, that if indeed it's justified to level hospitals and burn patients in their beds, if there was some Hamas leader that Israel claimed was in a local hospital in your town, and they leveled it, they killed everyone in it because, there was a terrorist in the basement in America. They've bombed the sovereign nation of Lebanon. Couldn't they just do that here? Would it be okay? And of course, your answer is no. It wouldn't be okay. It would be provocation for war. This is on the occasion of Donald Trump's presidency. One, doesn't even make any fucking sense. He's a moron. And two, he's just displaying the values of the IDF, of the Israeli government under Benjamin Netanyahu, apparently of the Israeli people who are cheering and celebrating Donald Trump's victory, celebrating the genocide of the Palestinian people. A lot of blame to go around here. What do you think? I would love to know. I invite you to this conversation. You can comment below. That would be great. You can also call the voicemail line, 714-576-4054, or the email line, I guess, daily@dollemore.com. Please take part in supporting independent media. Click the join button below, become a channel member for $2 a month. Go to my Patreon page, patreon.com/IDoubtItPodcast. Follow me on social media everywhere but Twitter. I am on Threads and Facebook and Instagram and TikTok. I'd love to see you there. I am at Dollemore. And until I see you next time, be genuine. Take care of one another. This presidential election is going to be the most pivotal in modern American history. Once you've cast your vote, though, you need to think beyond the implications of this particular election. Disinformation and right-wing extremism, they aren't going away anytime soon. With the amount of voices in the discourse, it is easier than ever to be misled or misinformed. You need to be able to critically assess the news that you're ingesting. Where can you do that? Ground News. They're an independent, nonpartisan news platform dedicated to exposing any hidden agendas in the information you consume. I find Ground News valuable because they show which way news outlets lean politically, who funds them, and whether their reporting is honest. Use Ground News' app, website, or browser extension to instantly access all the perspectives on any issue and avoid being manipulated. Plus, if you sign up for their Vantage plan, you can access features designed to highlight opposing narratives on the left and the right and expose your own blind spots too. I regularly encourage everybody in my audience to avoid echo chambers and to check the facts. You are well aware just how rapidly the lies of Trump and others can be spread and how long that they can linger. Go to ground.news/Dollemore or just scan this QR code for integrity-driven news that you can trust and confidently share with others. Sign up with me and you'll get a huge deal on the same top-tier Vantage plan that I use. With our very democracy at stake this season, it is essential that you are clearly informed. Subscribe to Ground News today, and remember, the fight for democracy doesn't stop after November 5th. It's just getting started.